I do not want my high school days back. That is the one thing that I will stick with forever. There is something I do want back, though. And it's a point that I've made to you guys a ton of times before. So we're going to do a small thing about it. I want my seasons back. I want to skip straight to the point. I want to dive into what exactly is it that formulates the program your brain runs on when you've gone through the American schooling system. Now you might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? The fuck is this thing on? Give me a second. Anyway, I want my seasons back. I want to know if it was the effect of just summer vacation and what that meant to a kid that designated certain seasons to feel better than others. And now that I'm older, the wear and tear of knowing that every day is kind of the same, whether the weather's different or not, has that worn down my sense to be able to explore the world and beyond. What do I do when I look at myself and start comparing myself to others who might have this feeling, and then I add in the extra layer of I'm black? What if I add in the extra layer that I come from a house, come from drug addiction? Like, what happens when my background starts putting barriers to things that I thought I had that I don't? What happens when I'm exposed to them? Am I already being exposed to them by existing on this platform? Are the people having these conversations about how we move forward in the world and how we echo our sentiments towards everyone? Are we confident in who we are? Because I know for a fact that it's June 18th. The seasonal depression is gone. But other shit going on in my life now, which is, keeping it down. That's why I'm glad I have this, because I could really be doing nothing. I'll make my little change from this. We got our subs up, which is good. I'm getting close to rent money up there, so I appreciate y'all for that. But the seasons was advertising linked to every single thing I thought was cool. Or am I just reliving the trauma of, damn, my dad promised he was going to take me out and buy this game, and instead he was sitting in the back room smoking, and I never got to play that game. I got access to every game I ever wanted on this computer right now. The internet is vast. I could emulate shit on my phone for free. No install, no paths, just press, and I'm playing games. Why don't it feel the same? It's the same reward, and I keep telling myself I'm the same person. If it's not me, it's gotta be something else. Most people would say at this point it's someone else, but I have great people in my life now. As a matter of fact, the only people I have in my life now are great people. I've somehow shaved off most of the riffraff. I know what genuine communication for issues feels like. After 29 years of having my voice constantly repeated back to me as though everything is an argument, I have more comfort than I ever have in my life. So what could it be? People like to blame other people. People like to blame the things that they ingest. People like to blame music. People like to blame others. Nah, I'm blaming the weather. I'm blaming the weather because it's the one signifier of what each type of group of events are accessible to you. You going in a hot tub in the winter. You could go in a pool in the winter, but it feel weird. Pool cold, air cold, refreshing maybe. We could take a cold shower. Why don't we just all not make a plan to go to a pool in the winter? But because I live in New York City, snowfall look beautiful when it start, but it get ugly. Other people get their streets lined in snow and they just all chill. You might get a little snowball fight in the community. Those two people are about to collide for a fucking election of all things. Those two people have been colliding every time anybody talks to anybody on this platform. But nobody makes content that can slip into this. They have to be pressured into it. Why? Why does shit always peak up in the summer? Okay, yeah, exactly. You're gonna start to make the links. See how it come around though. Sometimes I really do be thinking I be talking bullshit, but then I realize, no, it's bullshit because I only got like 4 or 5 people who would even dare venture into this capital of conversation, who would dare echo anything personal about them. And to be honest with you, it's always the niggas. It's always the niggas that do this first. Set the trend, play the field, honesty can work, somebody admits something, everything crumbles, and out of the ashes, some other white boy comes out and says, I'm the next big thing, and has no personality to them, just exists. Who the fuck is Dream? Who is that? Part of it is a punishment. The punishment for ease of access means anybody from the age of 9 to fucking 69 can literally be talking to you at any moment. Hold on. As I was saying, I want to know if my relationship to the earth has changed. Why don't the summers feel as hot? Why don't they feel as lit? Is it because I had a school and a job that was going to school from 8 to 3 and that took up most of my day, so the freedom was the same freedom I felt when like I had a job for 7 years? Well, don't even get into the climate change argument. We're not even gonna do that yet. We're gonna keep it down here, because if I start approaching the actual physical fucking weather has changed, and therefore the moods I associate with those eras have changed because of man-made conflict, then we end up in a whole other era of this. But we will talk about it in the longer version of this video. This is just an introduction. What are the links that I have towards certain things? What are the missing pieces that I could put forth either in my content or in my real life to bridge those feelings with thoughts in a cohesive platform? I'll be honest with you, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it as of now, but I could always be better. And that's why we're going to explore the seasons.